My friends, I want you to listen very carefully, especially you beautiful women over the age of 60. Every morning when you wake up, you have a golden opportunity to protect your body against one of the most silent, dangerous conditions that steals your independence, your energy, and your confidence. It's called sarcopenia, the gradual loss of muscle mass as we age. But today I'm going to share with you one simple habit you can do in the morning. It takes only 30 seconds, yet it can literally change the way your body functions for the rest of your life. Let's talk about something that affects millions of women all over the world, and most don't even know it's happening until it's too late. It's called sarcopenia. This is the gradual, silent loss of muscle mass and strength that comes with age. And I want you to understand something very important. Just because it's common does not mean it's normal. Just because many women in their 60s, 70s, and 80s experience weakness, difficulty standing up, or trouble walking across the room doesn't mean you have to. Sarcopenia is not a life sentence. It is preventable, it is manageable, and with the right daily actions, you can fight back and win. Now let me make this simple. Starting in your 30s, you begin to lose a small percentage of muscle every single decade. For women, this speeds up after menopause because of the natural changes in estrogen and other hormones that protect muscle tissue. By the time you're in your 60s, if nothing has been done to maintain that strength, you could lose nearly half the muscle you once had in your youth. And this is where the trouble begins. Weak muscles mean weak bones. Weak muscles mean poor balance. Weak muscles mean more falls, more fractures, more hospital visits, and unfortunately more loss of independence. And I know you don't want that. You don't want to rely on other people for simple things like standing up from a chair, carrying groceries, or walking up the stairs. But here's the beautiful truth. Your body is remarkable. It responds to what you give it. If you challenge your muscles, if you stimulate them, if you feed them the right nutrients, your body will hold on to that strength. Your body will fight to keep that muscle. Sarcopenia is not inevitable. It only becomes inevitable if you ignore it. And you, my friends, are not going to ignore it. Think about this. Every time you move, every time you lift, push, pull, or carry, you are sending a message to your body. That message is, we still need this muscle. Don't break it down. Don't throw it away. The human body is efficient. If you don't use your muscles, your body says, well, she doesn't need them anymore, and it starts stripping them away. But the moment you start using them, even with simple, consistent movements, you flip that switch in the opposite direction. You're telling your body, these muscles are essential. Keep them strong. And let me tell you, it's never too late to start. I've seen women in their 60s, 70s, even 80s who started small, just a few minutes a day of gentle exercise, and within weeks their energy improved, their balance improved, and their confidence soared. The muscles woke up, the body responded. You are not too old and it is not too late. That is the mindset you must carry with you. Now, why is preventing sarcopenia so critical for women specifically? Because women naturally have less muscle mass than men to begin with. That means every ounce of muscle you keep is precious. Muscle is not just about strength, it is your shield. It supports your joints, it protects your bones, it stabilizes your spine, and it even regulates your metabolism. Did you know that muscle tissue helps control blood sugar levels? That means the more muscle you maintain, the better your chances of avoiding diabetes and metabolic problems as you age. Muscle is your armor against disease, frailty, and decline. And I want you to remember something powerful. Muscles are not just for the young. They're not just for athletes. Muscles are for every woman who wants to keep living her best life. Do you want to travel? Do you want to play with your grandchildren? Do you want to garden, dance, shop, cook, and do the things that make you happy? Then you need your muscles. They are your ticket to independence. I know many women are told, well, you're just getting older. It's normal to slow down. It's normal to get weaker. Don't accept that. That is outdated thinking. That is giving up your power. I am here to remind you that you have more control than you realize. Your body is waiting for you to challenge it. Your muscles are waiting for you to use them. And when you do, they respond beautifully. Let's take a moment to imagine two women, both in their 60s. One says, well, I'm older now. I guess weakness is part of life. She sits more, she avoids activity, and slowly her muscles shrink. Soon walking a block feels exhausting, climbing stairs feels impossible, and she starts depending on others. The other woman says, I may be older, but I'm not giving up. I will do what I can every day, even if it's just a few minutes. She strengthens her legs, her arms, her core. She fuels her body with good nutrition. She doesn't just maintain muscle, she builds confidence. 10 years later, she's still walking strong, still living independently, still enjoying life. Which woman do you want to be? Sarcopenia is preventable, but only if you make the decision today. It doesn't matter what your past looks like. It doesn't matter if you've never exercised, if you've been sedentary, or if you feel like it's too late. What matters is the choice you make right now. 30 seconds of effort in the morning, a short walk after breakfast, gentle movements throughout your day. Each small action compounds into powerful results. My friends, your future is not written in stone. You have more influence over your body than you realize. You can slow down muscle loss. You can preserve your strength. You can protect your independence. You can live with dignity, vitality, and joy. But you must start now. Do not wait for tomorrow. Your body is ready to listen today. So when you wake up in the morning, don't just think of it as another day. Think of it as another opportunity to tell your body, I am strong. I am capable. I am not letting sarcopenia steal my life. And then prove it with movement, with action, with consistency. Because your health, my friends, is your greatest wealth. Protect it, and it will reward you for years to come. I want to share with you something that has the power to transform your body and your health, and it starts the very moment you open your eyes in the morning. The way you begin your day sets the tone for everything that follows. Most people underestimate those first few minutes after waking up, but I want you to understand this. What you do in those moments can either push your body towards strength, energy, and vitality, or it can leave you sluggish, stiff, and weak. And for women over 60, those moments are especially critical. Think about it. You've been lying in bed for 6, 7, maybe 8 hours. Your body has been still. Your circulation has slowed. Your muscles have relaxed, and your joints may feel stiff. Then you get out of bed and you're already moving into your day, carrying your body with you. But here's the secret. If you take just 30 seconds to wake up your muscles, to activate those powerful systems within your body, you send a message that resonates through every cell. That message is, today I am alive, I am strong, and I am protecting my muscles. You see, when you activate your muscles in the morning, you flip on a switch in your nervous system. This is not just about movement, it's about communication. Your brain and your muscles are constantly talking to each other, and the more you stimulate that conversation, the better your body performs. A quick burst of morning activity increases circulation, delivering oxygen and nutrients to your tissues. It fires up your metabolism, helping you burn more energy throughout the day. And most importantly, it tells your body to hold on to that muscle. Now let's look at this from another angle. Imagine waking up and not moving your muscles with intention. You drag yourself to the kitchen, you sit down for breakfast, maybe you sit again to read or watch television. Hours can pass before you do anything that challenges your muscles. Do you know what message that sends to your body? It says, we don't need this muscle right now, we're not using it. And your body, being efficient, begins to break it down. Over time, that adds up to weakness, to sarcopenia, to frailty. But flip the script. You wake up, you stand tall, and you spend just 30 seconds doing something intentional for your muscles, maybe wall push-ups, maybe sit to stands, maybe marching in place or gentle squats. Suddenly your body is alive. Your heart rate increases. Blood starts flowing faster, your brain wakes up. And here's something most people don't realize. When you engage your muscles, you also stimulate hormones that protect your bones, balance your mood, and give you energy. That's why morning activation is so powerful. It's not just physical, it's hormonal, it's neurological, it's emotional. I want you to think about athletes. Before they perform, they always warm up. They don't go into the game cold because they know their body needs that spark, that activation to perform at its best. Well, you may not be playing professional sports, but you are playing the game of life every single day. And the rules are the same. You need to prime your body to handle the day with strength and confidence. Morning activation is your warm-up for life. Now, some of you may be thinking, I'm not strong enough, I have aches and pains, I can't do much, but listen to me carefully, you don't need to do much. I am not asking you to run a marathon. I'm asking you to move with intention for 30 seconds. 30 seconds. That's less than the time it takes to brush your teeth. If you can stand and sit from a chair a few times, if you can press against the wall, if you can lift your arms and march your legs, you can do this. And when you do it consistently, day after day, you will feel the difference. Picture this, a woman who wakes up stiff, slow, and tired. She starts her day sitting, and by the afternoon, she's even more sluggish. Her joints ache and her muscles feel heavy. Now picture another woman who, the moment she wakes, activates her muscles. She feels the circulation, she feels her body waking up, and she carries that energy with her throughout the day. Which woman do you want to be? The choice is yours, and it only takes 30 seconds. And let's not forget something very important, balance. As we get older, falls become one of the greatest risks to our health and independence. Weak muscles and slow reflexes are major contributors to falls. But when you activate your muscles in the morning, you are also training your balance, your coordination, your stability. You are giving your body the ability to react faster, to stay steady, to protect you. That 30-second habit could literally save you from a dangerous fall. Your muscles are the engine of your body. If you start the day by turning on that engine, it runs smoother, stronger, and more efficiently. If you ignore it, that engine gets rusty, it stalls, and it breaks down. My friends, you are not designed to rust. You are designed to move, to thrive, to live with vitality. So tomorrow morning when you wake up, don't let those first few minutes slip away. Don't say, I'll exercise later or I'll start tomorrow. Start immediately. Do your wall push-ups, do your sit-to-stands, do your marching in place. Whatever feels safe and comfortable for your body, but do something, because every day you activate your muscles in the morning, you're taking one more step away from sarcopenia and one more step towards strength, independence, and freedom. And here's the beauty of it. It doesn't matter if you're 60, 70, or even 85. Your muscles are still listening. Your body is still waiting for that signal. You can reawaken strength at any age. I have seen it with my own eyes. Women who thought they were too old, too weak, too fragile, suddenly finding energy they never thought possible, all because they started moving with purpose in the morning. So let me ask you, are you willing to give yourself 30 seconds tomorrow morning? Are you willing to invest that tiny sliver of your day for a lifetime of strength? If your answer is yes, then you are already on the path to winning the battle against sarcopenia. Because when you activate your body in the morning, you are not just waking up your muscles, you are waking up your life. Because I want you to understand something very powerful. The things that change your life don't have to be complicated. They don't have to be hours long. They don't require expensive gyms, fancy machines, or heavy equipment. Sometimes the most effective solutions are the simplest ones. And when it comes to protecting yourself from muscle loss, from weakness, from sarcopenia, all it takes is a simple 30-second habit each morning. That's it, 30 seconds. That can literally change your future. Now you might be thinking, 30 seconds, how can that possibly make a difference? But here's the truth. It's not the length of time that matters, it's the consistency. It's about what you signal to your body day after day. Your muscles don't know if you're spending 30 seconds or 30 minutes. They know when they are being challenged. They know when they are being called upon. And when you give them that stimulation first thing in the morning, you are creating momentum, you are setting the tone for strength, and you are reminding your body to keep that muscle. Let me give you an example. Take wall push-ups. You simply stand in front of a wall, place your hands on it, and push yourself away like you're doing a push-up. For 30 seconds, you're activating your chest, your arms, your shoulders, your core. You are turning on those muscle fibers and getting your circulation moving. Or take sit-to-stands, sit in a sturdy chair, cross your arms, and stand up and sit down repeatedly for 30 seconds. That works your legs, your hips, and your glutes, the largest muscles in your body. Do you realize what's happening? In just half a minute, you're engaging the very muscles that protect your mobility, your balance, and your independence. Think of this habit like brushing your teeth. It doesn't take long, but you do it every day because you know it prevents bigger problems later. The same is true for this 30-second morning habit. It's your muscle hygiene that keeps your body strong and clean from the inside out. And just like brushing your teeth, it's not optional, it's essential. Now let's talk about what this habit actually does to your body. The moment you start moving with intention, your nervous system wakes up. Your heart begins to pump stronger, sending oxygen and nutrients into your muscles. Your joints get lubricated. Your brain gets a surge of blood flow, which sharpens your focus and lifts your mood. You release endorphins, those feel-good chemicals that give you energy and positivity for the day, all from 30 seconds of movement. Here's something else that's very important. When you engage your muscles, even briefly, you also stimulate bone strength. Women over 60 are at higher risk for osteoporosis, and that risk is connected to weak muscles. When you contract those muscles against resistance, even just your own body weight, you're pulling on your bones. That pulling action signals your body to keep your bones dense and strong. So you're not just protecting muscle, you're protecting bone too. And strong muscles plus strong bones equals stability, balance, and fewer falls. Let's imagine your morning without this habit. You wake up, shuffle into the kitchen, pour some coffee, sit down, and stay inactive. Your body stays stiff. Your circulation remains sluggish. Your metabolism is slow. Your muscles don't get the signal to stay strong. Over time, that routine chips away at your strength and leaves you vulnerable. Now let's imagine your morning with this habit. You wake up, take a deep breath, and spend 30 seconds doing wall push-ups or sit to stands. You feel your muscles activate, your blood pumping, your body warming up. You sit down for breakfast. But now your metabolism is fired up. You're more alert, more energized, and more confident in your body. That tiny difference in your morning changes everything in your day. What's beautiful about this habit is that it's not overwhelming. Anyone can do it. You don't need to block out time. You don't need to change clothes. You don't need to drive anywhere. You can do it in your pajamas, in your bedroom, right after you get out of bed. It's so simple, but so powerful. And when you make it a daily ritual, it becomes part of who you are. You stop thinking of it as exercise. You start thinking of it as your lifestyle, your daily medicine, your insurance policy for strength. You see, the body thrives on routine. When you repeat something daily, it becomes automatic. You don't have to force it, you just do it. And the body rewards you for that consistency. Muscles stay stronger, balance stays sharper, energy stays higher. And here's something that should excite you. 30 seconds often leads to more. Once you start moving, you may decide to keep going, maybe another 30 seconds, maybe 2 minutes, maybe a short walk. And before you know it, you've done far more than you planned. But it all starts with the commitment to just 30 seconds. I want you to imagine yourself months from now. Because of this daily 30-second habit, you feel steadier when you walk. You climb stairs with more confidence. You can carry groceries without feeling exhausted. You get up from a chair without struggling. And when people see you, they notice your energy, your posture, your strength. That's not luck. That's not genetics. That's the result of a tiny habit repeated every single morning. The truth is, many people give up before they start because they think the changes have to be big. They think they need an hour-long workout, a personal trainer, or expensive equipment. But I'm here to tell you the smallest actions done consistently can create the biggest transformations. 30 seconds a day may not seem like much, but over weeks, months, and years, it adds up to hours of strength building, hours of circulation, hours of muscle activation. That's how you fight sarcopenia. Not with occasional effort, but with daily, consistent habits. So tomorrow morning, make a promise to yourself. Before the coffee, before the emails, before the distractions of the day, give yourself 30 seconds. Stand tall, move your body, activate those muscles, and send a signal loud and clear. I am strong. I am capable. I am protecting my health. That little burst of movement is not just a habit. It's your lifeline to vitality. And remember this, your health is your wealth. This 30-second morning habit is an investment, and the returns are priceless: strength, energy, independence, and confidence. You don't need hours in the gym. You don't need complicated routines. You need 30 seconds of commitment every single day. And when you give your body that, your body will thank you for years to come. I want you to take this truth deep into your heart. It's not about how hard you push once in a while. It's about how consistently you show up day after day. So many people get discouraged because they think they have to do long, exhausting workouts to see results. They believe they need hours in the gym, lifting heavy weights, sweating until they can barely stand, and because that feels overwhelming, they don't even begin. But let me tell you, the secret to protecting your muscles, to defeating sarcopenia, to living strong and vibrant after 60 is not intensity, it's consistency. The human body is designed to adapt. When you send it small, repeated signals over time, it changes. That's the way the body works. Think about brushing your teeth. You don't wait until your teeth are covered in plaque and then brush them for 3 hours straight. No, you brush for a few minutes every morning and every night. And that consistency is what protects you. Your muscles are no different. If you give them consistent attention every day, even in small doses, they will stay alive, they will stay strong, and they will serve you for years to come. Now let me explain why intensity alone doesn't work. Have you ever seen someone who gets inspired, goes to the gym, pushes themselves too hard, and then is so sore or injured that they don't go back for weeks? That's not the path we want. Or maybe you've seen someone start a complicated workout plan, but because it feels too difficult, they quit after a few days. That's not the way to lasting health. The body doesn't respond to bursts of effort followed by long gaps of inactivity. It responds to steady, consistent action. I want you to think of your muscles like a garden. If you water that garden a little every day, it stays alive, it grows, it thrives. But if you ignore it for weeks and then dump a bucket of water on it all at once, it doesn't thrive. It may even drown. Your muscles are the same. They don't need to be punished with intensity. They need to be nourished with consistency. A few minutes here, a few movements there, repeated daily. That's how you grow strength and protect yourself from sarcopenia. And here's something very encouraging. Science shows that even short, low-intensity movements done consistently improve muscle function, bone density, balance, and metabolism. Women over 60 don't need to push themselves to exhaustion. You don't need to compete with anyone. You don't need to run marathons or lift heavy barbells. What you need is to make a commitment that every single day, no matter how busy, no matter how tired, you will do something intentional for your muscles. Let me give you an example. 30 seconds of wall push-ups in the morning, a short walk after lunch, a few sit-to-stands in the evening. On their own, these may feel small, but when you add them up day after day, week after week, you are training your body to stay strong. You are keeping the communication lines between your brain and your muscles alive. You are reminding your body, we still need this strength, don't take it away. That's the magic of consistency. Now let's look at the mental side. Consistency builds habits, and habits build identity. When you commit to doing something small every day, you stop questioning whether you'll do it. You just do it. And over time, you begin to see yourself differently. You stop saying, I'm weak or I'm too old, and you start saying, I'm strong, I'm consistent, I take care of my body. That shift in mindset is just as important as the physical changes. Because when you believe you are strong, you behave like a strong person. And when you behave like a strong person, your body follows. Imagine this, a woman who decides every morning she'll do her 30-second activation no matter what, rain or shine, tired or busy, she never misses it. At first she doesn't feel much, but after a few weeks she notices she has more energy. After a few months her legs feel steadier. After a year she realizes she hasn't struggled to climb stairs, she hasn't worried about falling, she hasn't lost her independence. All of that came not from intensity but from consistency. Contrast that with another woman who decides to work out intensely once a week. She pushes herself hard, but the rest of the week she's inactive, she's sore, she's tired, and she dreads exercise. Her body doesn't get stronger because it never gets the steady signals it needs. Which woman do you want to be? The one who dabbles in intensity or the one who thrives in consistency? And here's the beauty: consistency compounds. The more you do something, the easier it gets. At first, 30 seconds may feel like an effort, but soon it becomes natural. Then you add a minute, then 2 minutes, then a short walk. And before you know it, you've built a lifestyle of strength without ever overwhelming yourself. That's the power of showing up every day. It grows, it multiplies, it compounds into results bigger than you could imagine. My friends, do not underestimate the power of small daily actions. They may not feel dramatic, but they are building a foundation that will carry you through the next decade of your life. Sarcopenia thrives on neglect, but it has no chance against consistency. Every time you move, every time you engage your muscles, you are stacking another brick on the wall of strength that protects your body. So here's my challenge to you. Don't focus on intensity. Don't worry about doing the most. Worry about doing something every single day. Commit to consistency. That's where your victory lies. And when you do, your body will reward you with strength, balance, independence, and vitality that will amaze you. Remember this always. It's not what you do once in a while that shapes your future. It's what you do consistently. The little things add up to the big things. The daily habits create the lifelong results. And when you choose consistency over intensity, you are choosing health, you are choosing freedom, you are choosing life. I want you to take a moment and think about the word independence. What does it mean to you? For some, it means being able to walk into the kitchen and make a meal without asking for help. For others, it means carrying groceries, going shopping, driving your car, or climbing a flight of stairs without holding on to someone. Independence is freedom. It is dignity. It is the ability to live life on your own terms. And let me tell you, the foundation of independence is your health. When your body is strong, when your muscles are alive, when your balance is steady, you remain independent. But when health slips away, so does independence. This is why protecting your health is not just about avoiding disease, it's about preserving your freedom. I want you to imagine two different futures. In one, you're living with strength. Waking up each morning with energy, walking confidently, enjoying the activities you love. You are visiting friends, traveling, spending time with your grandchildren, and living life with joy. In the other future, your muscles have weakened, your balance is unstable, and suddenly the simple things become difficult. Standing up from a chair requires help. Carrying groceries feels impossible. Climbing stairs is dangerous. Instead of living life fully, you're limited, dependent on others, and frustrated. Which future do you want? The choice starts with the decisions you make today. Let's be clear, losing independence doesn't happen overnight. It happens little by little. It happens when we stop moving. It happens when we say, I'm too tired, or I'll start tomorrow. It happens when we believe weakness is normal. That gradual decline steals independence quietly, and before we know it, we're relying on others for the things we used to do without thinking. But the good news, my friends, is that you have more control than you realize. By protecting your muscles, by building strength, by practicing daily habits, you can safeguard your independence. Think about this. Your legs are the pillars that hold you up. If they are strong, you can walk, you can climb, you can move freely. If they are weak, everything becomes harder. Your arms and shoulders are the tools that help you lift, carry, and push. If they are strong, you can handle your daily life. If they are weak, you have to depend on someone else. Your core, the center of your body, is your stability. If it is strong, you can balance, twist, bend, and reach. If it is weak, you are unsteady and at risk for falls. Every muscle in your body plays a role in keeping you independent. This is why protecting your health equals protecting your freedom. Now, I know many women fear becoming a burden to their families as they age. They don't want to rely on their children or their spouse for simple tasks. They don't want to lose that dignity. And I'm here to tell you, you don't have to. By taking care of your health today, by practicing those morning activations, by committing to consistent daily habits, you are building a shield of independence around your life. You are giving yourself the gift of strength so you can live on your own terms, not waiting for someone else to do things for you. Now let's remember something else. Independence is not only physical, it is emotional. When your body is strong, you feel confident, you feel capable, you feel alive. That confidence affects everything, your relationships, your social life, your mental health. But when weakness sets in, when every task feels like a struggle, confidence fades. People withdraw, isolate, and lose joy. Protecting your health protects your mind and spirit as much as your body. I want you to picture this scene. A woman in her late 60s wakes up every morning and does her 30-second habit. She does her wall push-ups or sit-to-stands. She takes short walks during the day. She stays consistent. Over time, her body feels stronger. She notices she can stand from a chair without struggling. She carries her groceries with ease. She walks with steady steps, confident that she won't fall. And the best part, she doesn't have to ask for help. She doesn't have to wait for someone to do it for her. That's independence. That's freedom. And that is priceless. Now imagine the opposite. Another woman says, "It's too late for me. I'll just rest more." She avoids movement because it feels difficult. Over time, her muscles shrink, her legs weaken. She begins to depend on others for small things. At first, it's just carrying a heavy bag. Then it's standing from a chair. Then it's walking down the block. Soon she's waiting for others to help with almost everything. That, my friends, is not independence. That is living under limitation. And that is what we want to prevent. So the question is simple. Are you willing to do the small things today to protect the big things tomorrow? Are you willing to invest 30 seconds each morning so you can keep living life on your own terms? Are you willing to commit to consistency, not because you want to be a bodybuilder, but because you want to hold on to your freedom? That is what this is all about. Every time you move your body with intention, you are casting a vote for independence. Every wall push-up, every sit-to-stand, every step you take is a declaration: I choose freedom, I choose strength, I choose life. And when you stack up those votes day after day, year after year, the result is a life of independence, confidence, and dignity. Remember this, my friends, health is not about vanity. It is not about chasing perfection. It is about independence. It is about waking up every day with the ability to live freely, to move confidently, to do what you love without asking for help. That is why your health is your greatest wealth. Money, possessions, status, none of it matters if you lose your independence. But if you protect your health, if you build your strength, if you stay consistent, you can live with joy and freedom for decades to come. So starting tomorrow morning, I want you to make yourself a promise that you will protect your health as fiercely as you protect your family, your home, your values, because protecting your health is protecting your independence. And when you protect your independence, you protect your future. 30 seconds a day, every day is all it takes to keep writing the story of your life with strength, freedom, and vitality.